Today's topic, I'm going to just keep there's a really interesting theme that's just kind of very prevalent right now in my life and high-rise, which is competing and product design. Let's talk about an interesting product in my life right now. This stinking tripod. I want kisses!
Kisses!
Kisses, por favor! Thank you. Owie. Owie was owie? So I started using the Joby again yesterday. I had a tipping point again. I mean, this Joby, the legs keep coming out. Like one of them has already come out this morning. I do have a way though, I think, of kind of locking the legs better though, so that the camera doesn't fall over. I'll show that in a second. But yeah, I ended up going back to the Joby because it's so much more convenient than the other tripod.
Nothing, I don't have a problem with that.
I feel like I got some criticism for the egg rolls.
You didn't get criticism.
So we get two, you can have one. I'm not gonna hog all the egg rolls. Are you trying to create conflict and drama?
I was just surprised you ordered egg rolls.
Oh, I always love egg rolls with my Chinese. This comes from some of the blue ocean strategy stuff that I think is interesting about tripods. So let me draw this out. We don't have a legit whiteboard in here, and it's too late in the day that the marker doesn't show up on the windows when I try to do this. So we're gonna draw on the box that's in here that has our shelf that we have not put together yet. Blue ocean strategy is all about let's pretend like you have a graph here, and this is like what customers value over here. So, value. This is, right? And so this could be, and these are like features or, what customers kind of value about your product. So, it could be something like price could be something like they value like customer support, whatever. Well, for tripods, you can kind of say a tripod, you might value something like stability, right? The thing doesn't fall over. Price might be something. I'm just making it up, but it's a tripod. You might also be something like flexibility. You could also say a tripod might be portability. And so all products, right, all tripods then are somewhere on this spectrum. Some are going to be way up here, hey, customers really value the price. That is the most important thing. They just need a cheap tripod, or, they need something that is super stable. It's never going to fall down. So then, this is, really valued up here. What I find interesting is that now I'm back on this Joby, which if you've been watching the vlog at all before, I've ripped arms off of it by accident. The camera's fallen down before, multiple times, and I bought a portable tripod that basically has never fallen over, and yet I switched. Why? For this vlog, the things that are important to me aren't necessarily price. I'm not exactly so price conscious about the tripod. Stability, I thought I was over here. What I find myself valuing even more is this, the flexibility and the portability. I don't value the price that much, and I don't value the stability that much, right? And I didn't really realize that until I really started using the very stable tripod, and I realized the very stable tripod is not very flexible. With the stable tripod, I ended up missing shots. There was this constant fidgeting with the tripod, spinning this knob to loosen this so I could spin the thing this way, loosening this so I could tilt the camera. I would have to take the camera out of the tripod, flip it around, put it back in there just so I could tilt it back. A huge mess. Whereas this Joby has the tripod, the ball head, and these legs move really flexible. So I can put it anywhere and have a shot set up in seconds. I do know there are ball heads that they make for other tripods too. So there's other solutions out there, but I think Joby nails this. And I think they're killing it as a business because they've really nailed, their customers value these things. So they trade off, and they don't worry so much about competing on price. They don't worry so much about competing on things like stability. Clearly these things aren't that stable. Jeepers. but it's a really good reminder about like what your product is doing. What have you decided are the things that are obviously important in the marketplace, right? I mean, there are people who value those stable tripods, just not me. As a vlogger who needs a tripod in like a billion situations, stability, I will trade stability for flexibility and for portability. But there's other photographers and people making film and movies that don't. So your product, you have to decide, like there's a whole marketplace of products and there are, things that all sorts of customers value, but you have to decide like which of those things are you going to focus on and which of those things are you going to just kind of ignore, because they aren't all important to everybody. There's a subset that are more important than others to specific people. Have you figured that out yet? That's kind of the point of thinking about this red ocean, blue ocean stuff and these jobs to be done interviews. So the problem with the Joby is that the legs mostly like are too loose. Right at the top knuckles or balls. Knuckles are probably not the right word, but it's like they're too loose. And if you put it down, they start slipping. So I thought, well, why don't I just make sure whenever I need to set it up as a tripod, I basically like jack up the knuckles. So when I get it ready for tripod mode, I basically just kind of go all the way. Like I can't push it anymore or this thing is going to come out. And that's it. And I use the rest of the balls to kind of like move it back into like something that's going to stand. That's it. And it's been a little bit more stable this way. All right, I'll put them on.
That's her underwear.
That's her underwear? All right.
That's her shorts.
Those are her shorts. Where's her diaper? I thought Molly had a diaper.
Diaper falls off all the time.
So okay. Well, I'll just put some shorts on it. That's fine.
No.
Are we going to Rinaldi's? Try to throw that at me and just hit me?
Uh-oh.
Is that what you did? Honey, go in the thinking corner, please. Yes. Yes.
We're trying to figure out where we're going to go to dinner. Little one wants to go to Mariano's to get pizza, and Daddy says, no way, Jose. We're getting Mariano's pizza. Conflict not going in my favor. They have a new band director. I hope you had a happy Friday. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I will see you again tomorrow. And please, if you have a second, please thumbs up this vlog, and please share it. Please subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.